The guilty verdict at the Dallas County capital murder trial today brought emotional responses from both sides. Hello, I'm Steve Eager.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. The immediate reaction came from the defendant's family when that verdict was read.
Find the defendant, Larry Jenkins, guilty of the offense of capital murder.
Larry Jenkins was convicted as the shooter who killed former NBA player Andre Emmett during a 2019 robbery with two alleged accomplices. The 25-year-old received an automatic sentence of life without parole. This was the first trial in the case, and it was emotional for Emmett's mother as well, describing her loss during victim impact. Fox 4's Sean Rabb joining us now, who has been covering the trial. Sean.
And Heather, let me tell you, emotion echoed not only in the courtroom, but in this hallway here on the 7th floor. And one of the reasons why, as that decision was handed down today, is that you had an unusually large number of family and supporters in court on both sides, the victim and the defendants, both losing loved ones, their pain from different places, their loss in different ways.
Taken by the Dallas County Sheriff and handed over to the institution of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, where you shall serve a life sentence, the possibility of parole.
Family and loved ones of Larry Jenkins react to his conviction and life sentence for the capital murder of basketball star Andre Emmett.
His first comment to me was, "Tell Mom to stop crying. It's going to be okay." He is ready to move on and wants his family to relax and know that he's handling things and they don't need to worry about him.
Defense attorney Robbie McClung called the jurors thought-driven, adding she was hopeful after jurors sent notes about testimony.
But it was a little surprising that before those notes could even be answered, that they came back with a verdict.
The key evidence, GPS and cell phone tracking that placed Jenkins' phone and the Chrysler 300 used in the robbery murder outside Emmett's home. Emmett's doorbell camera capturing images and voices from the ambush, and the gunshots that cut down Emmett as he tried to run.
I have lost half of my heart. Half of my heart is gone.
Sobbing could be heard throughout the courtroom as Emmett's mother, Regina Oliver, gave the victim impact statement about her son.
He was so excited about the babies. He was happy to be a dad. He was excited about being a dad. And what did you want from him? Jewelry? A watch? He gave you what you asked for. But there wasn't enough. There was not enough.
Oliver telling Jenkins she was praying for his children if he had any, adding,
"But when you take a person's life for no reason other than your own, all I can say for you, sir, God have mercy upon your soul, because you truly, you need him. You need him."
That is so emotional to listen to, Sean. All right, you were there when all this was playing out in the courtroom, the outburst as well. What was it like after that?
Yeah, Heather, so let me tell you, it was as if the atmosphere was ripe with anticipation of what was going to happen. There was a growing tension, and yes, the air was thick with sadness even before the judge read the final decisions of the jury. And then, of course, there was this outpouring of raw emotion. Now, in stark contrast to all of that, as the courtroom was clearing, a man who identified himself as the father of Larry Jenkins entered the courtroom, grabbed Regina Oliver by her hand, said he was touched by her comments, and that he was apologizing for the loss of her son, says he tried to raise his son the best way he could, and he told her he was sorry. It was a moment that transfixed all of us who witnessed this tender apology to Regina Oliver. Certainly he's sad at losing his son for life, but at the same time sad that his son now stands convicted of taking the life of another person's son.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking for everybody involved.